Let's be honest, homeschooling and home management can feel like a constant battle. Have you ever looked around your house and thought, well, my house is a mess, but that's just what happens when you homeschool? I get it, and I used to think the same thing. But the truth is, homeschooling doesn't mean your home has to be in chaos. In fact, God calls us to stewardship, not disorder. This is part one of a three-part series where I'm breaking down the real challenges of homemaking that no one talks about. And more importantly, I'll be giving you practical solutions to help you combat them. Before we continue, I do want to say that this is a collaboration hosted by my girl, Katie, over at Life in the Mundane. And we're just coming together to talk about those things that people maybe they don't tell you, but they should. So definitely check out the playlist at the end of this video to get all the nuggets and all the juicy advice of those things that they should tell you that they don't. So for the part one of this, today we're starting with home management, because when your environment is out of control, everything else feels harder. And don't forget to check out part two, where I'll be talking about the never-ending challenges of feeding those kids all day long. But for now, let's tackle the mess. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine trying to cook a meal in a cluttered kitchen. The counters are piled up high. You can't even find the utensils you need, and every step feels more frustrating than the last. That's what managing a messy home feels like. It makes everything harder, more stressful, and less productive. There's this idea that as long as you've been teaching your kids, everything else like managing your home can slide. But here's the truth. God calls us to stewardship and not disorder. A messy house might feel like the norm when you're homeschooling, but it doesn't have to be. A cluttered home creates stress for you and your kids, and it makes it harder to focus on what matters most. So how do you fix it? The key here is intentionality, not perfection. You need systems in place to keep your home running smoothly, even in the midst of homeschooling. Here are a few practical steps that can help. First things first, every morning, take 10 to 15 minutes to reset the main areas of your home. Clear the countertops, put away the dishes, straighten out the common spaces. This keeps things from spiraling out of control before the day even starts. The second thing I would say is, instead of waiting for a big cleaning day, get in the habit of decluttering small spaces daily. If something isn't serving your home, donate it or toss it. The less clutter you have, the easier it is to manage. And number three, it's a little bit more difficult, but it really is a game changer. Teach your kids the one-touch rule. If they take something out, they put it back immediately. If they finish eating, the dish goes straight into the sink or the dishwasher. This one small habit can make a huge difference in reducing mess. I have to say that that is one of the biggest things. There are 7 of us living in this house. I cannot keep up after everybody. And so just really teaching them to be mindful of their own things and keeping their own things clean. A mess is not a problem. It's making a mess and cleaning up after yourself. Like, it has to be a 2-step process. Let's cook, and then we clean up, and once we're done eating, let's put the dish away. Let's play with our toys, and then let's put it away. Just teaching them that one-touch rule will make all the difference in your home. And also taking the time to teach them that. So like for me, I know this entire month, we're just retraining on that. And that is my entire focus, is like, hey, who dropped this here? Let's pick it up. You know, like just redirecting and constantly, hey, once you're done eating, make sure you clean up, just that reminder for them. So, and then I will eventually transition to, I see something. Can you tell me what it is? And helping them identify the thing that they need to clean up. The next thing is attaching cleaning tasks to things you already do daily. For example, wipe down the bathroom sink right after you brush your teeth, or sweep the kitchen floor while waiting for your coffee to be done. Little habits like these, they add up and make cleaning not this huge thing. Okay. The other thing is, create a quick tidy routine before meals. So before lunch and dinner, have like a 5-minute family cleanup. Everyone picks up their space or resets the homeschool area and gets ready for the next part of the day. This keeps mess from building up over time and kind of creates anchors for when we do clean up in our home. And let me just say this, giving yourself grace doesn't mean making excuses. There's a difference between having grace in hard seasons and letting chaos become the default. If you've been feeling overwhelmed by the state of your home, that nudge might be God calling you to step up and manage your home in a way that honors Him. Having a clean, peaceful home isn't about impressing anyone. It's about creating an environment where your family can thrive. And trust me, when you start putting systems in place, you'll notice a shift. The stress lifts, the overwhelm fades, and suddenly homeschooling and home management doesn't feel like they're competing against each other. So that's part one of this series. We tackled managing the mess. But if you're anything like me, the next biggest struggle is food. Because these kids, they eat all day long. In part two, I'm sharing exactly how I manage meals, snacks, grocery planning, all the things, so that we're not constantly in the kitchen or spending a fortune on food. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it when it comes out. And if you found this helpful, give it a like, drop a comment below with your biggest challenge you face in keeping your home in order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in part two.